So the immaterial, unchangeable laws of logic actually exist. And by the way, these 3 points here, atheists either deny these 3 points, or in the case of number 1, they really can't explain them. So if reason requires these things, atheism can't obviously explain where reason comes from. Now, what about you being a conscious being that has free will? Seems like you need that to be reasonable, don't you? Well, Francis Crick, who looks a little creepy to me, this guy helped discover the DNA molecule. You remember he and Watson back in 1953 actually discovered the DNA molecule. And this is ironic for a guy who discovered what really appears to be something designed to be an atheist. But this guy was a materialistic atheist. And just before he died, he wrote a book called The Astonishing Hypothesis. And this was his astonishing hypothesis. Here's what he said. The astonishing hypothesis is that you, your joys, your sorrows, your memories, and your ambitions, your sense of personal identity and free will are in fact no more than the behavior of a vast assembly of nerve cells and their associated molecules. In other words, you're nothing but a molecular machine. You're a moist robot. This is atheistic materialism. This is exactly what guys like Richard Dawkins and Christopher Hitchens used to believe before he died, and Sam Harris and Daniel Dennett, these new atheists out there that you may on occasion see in the media. This is the dominant view actually in the university today. Can anybody see a fatal problem with this theory? What's the fatal problem with the astonishing hypothesis?
Memories, sorrows, ambitions, they're all immaterial, and molecules and cells are material.
That's true. That's part of the problem. But there's something about this theory that is self-defeating.
How can you recognize yourself at all? How can you think to come up with that hypothesis if you don't have a consciousness?
Okay, now you're getting a lot closer to the problem, Brian. What did I say before about atheists exempting themselves from their own theories? Apply this to his own life. If we were to apply this thought to Crick's own theory, what would we get? Well, let me put it this way. Imagine, instead of Crick writing this in his book, imagine if Crick had written this. Imagine if he had said, the astonishing hypothesis is that my scientific conclusions that I write in this book are in fact no more than the behavior of a vast assembly of nerve cells and their associated molecules. Right? Imagine if he had said that. Would we read any further? We'd go, well, Crick, look, if you're saying every thought you have is no different than a Coke can fizzing, right? Then why should we believe what you say? Do you see the problem here? This is self-defeating. Atheistic materialism is self-defeating because atheists exempt themselves from their own theories. He's saying, Crick is saying, everybody is a molecular machine, well, except me. See, I'm not really a molecular machine because I can write books that say you're a molecular machine. That's what he's doing.